Will you tell me what happened?
No.
Then why are you here?
Shut up.
If you're not going to tell me what happened, then why are you here?
Elise, just shut up.
Duncan, please.
No.
Tell me who killed me.
Last time I ever made a sale was 2 days before I turned up on your doorstep. It had been a good business while it lasted, but we were starting to come apart at the seams, and we all knew it.
We're gonna be late.
No, we're not.
We are. We're gonna be late. They'll leave before we arrive, and I'm gonna be left with 6 grams in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Will you shut up?
Don't you tell me to shut up! You are a pathetic excuse for security. You've fucked me over before. I swear.
Shut up, Rabbit!
Don't you tell me to shut up.
Rabbit was the main cause of our problems. He was excellent at getting hold of any narcotics on the market, but he was so paranoid he fucked up any deal we'd arranged. In small doses, he was tolerable. We'd had to deal with him for 3 years, and he was starting to grate. Not that the rest of us were blameless. Alex had been perfect in the beginning, but she'd gotten reckless of late, and we all knew it. Her friends, most of whom were our buyers, weren't returning her calls. Worse yet, Rabbit swore blind he'd seen someone sniffing around her place. None of us knew how much of that was just Rabbit's paranoia, but it made us nervous. 8 Ball had been bankrolling us since day one. Lately, he wasn't too happy with the state of our affairs, but he had too much money tied up in us to cut his losses. He didn't come on sales very often, but this was a particularly big one for us, and he didn't trust my ability to chaperone. I was security. It was my job to check out the buyers and the locations for the deals before we went through with anything. It was easy enough work. I'd always been good at getting answers, but I was losing interest, and the paychecks just weren't enough incentive anymore. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I was handing over the stuff when someone started shooting.
Who?
I don't know. I didn't see. Come on, drive faster.
Where's Rabbit?
He ran.
What happened to him?
8 Ball said he freaked. Alex said she saw him going for a gun. Neither of them saw him once they went for the car. But it didn't make sense. Rabbit never... must have just snapped.
Then what?
We got to the city, hid the car and split up. At the time I was convinced I wouldn't see any of the others again. To be honest, I wasn't that upset about it either. 8 Ball wasn't exactly easy to work with, and Alex was one step short of an asylum. So I just started walking till I found somewhere safe to stay.
My place. Duncan?
Need a favor. Need somewhere to stay.
And why is that?
Business.
You know, I don't think that your definition of business quite matches up to mine.
Elise.
How bad is this trouble you're in?
Who says...
Duncan! How bad?
It's a little rough.
I can see that. When did you sleep last?
Sunday.
Fuck.
I'll be fine. I just need somewhere to keep my head low for a while.
You can stay here for a while.
Thanks. Should have turned me away at the door.
Maybe. But I care too much.
Too much to think?
Too much to turn you away.
I don't want to talk about this.
You have to!
But I can't.
You need to know!
No, Elise. No, I'm not talking about this. I don't have to. I don't need to.
Why did you come all the way out here then if you're going to leave now?
Because...
You owe me this at least, Duncan. Answer the question.
I'm here. I'm here because...
Yes?
I'm here because you're dead. But I don't want you to be.
Tell me who did this to me.
It had been 2 months and 5 days since I turned up on your doorstep. I'd gotten comfortable at your place. With you. I was starting to loosen up a little. Maybe believe things were going to work out.
How did you feel when you saw me there?
Like there was a hole in my heart where you should be. They took you away from me. I wanted to make them suffer. I wanted to hurt them for hurting you.
Who?
Obviously I had suspects. Alex. And 8-Ball. When people like that get angry, they tend to look for a scapegoat. Rabbit was as good as dead, and neither of them were going to go after each other. Alex still had friends that scared 8-Ball, and 8-Ball was rich enough to make sure Alex was going to have one hell of a time trying to get to him. Me? I was friendless, broke, and out of business. Might as well have had a target painted on the back of my head.
So you thought it was something to do with the deal?
Well, what else? A botched payback made sense, especially considering the people I was working with. The deal was the root. I knew that much. It was just figuring out which branch to aim for.
So who first?
Alex. She had habits I could keep an eye on, and with a bit of encouragement, I knew I could get the answers from her.
Just like old times, huh, baby?
Shut up!
So you like it rough now, huh?